Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Claudine, and I'm honored to introduce you to The Farmer and the Chef, Farm Fresh Minnesota Recipes and Stories, which, by all accounts, is a cookbook, except I don't think of it as a cookbook. So I helped create this book on behalf of Minnesota Farmers Union, along with photographer extraordinaire Katie Cannon and my co-creator on the project. And we like to say that at its core, this is actually a book about farmers and what is possible because of them. So, of course, I'm being a bit flippant because The Farmer and the Chef is a cookbook. It's a cookbook with 90 farm-to-table, chef-driven recipes from Minnesota, each recipe reflecting a partnership between a farm and a restaurant. But it's also much more than that. It's also a collection of real, intimate stories capturing both the ordinary and the defining moments from farmers' lives and what drives them internally to choose one of the hardest occupations there is, and that is to provide food for all of us. So our goal was really to bring the reality of farming more alive and show what it actually takes to bring food from the farm to our plates. So as one reviewer wrote, it's more than a cookbook, it's a love song to the local food movement. So we have chapters like Daybreak, where we keep our breakfast recipes, like the red flannel hash recipe from the Duluth Grill. And that's also where you'll find stories about morning on the farm, so chores and routines and reflections. And then we have our cozy chapter with braises and stews and tomato and bread soup from Chef Alex Roberts, the James Beard Award-winning chef. And in Cozy, that chapter, you'll find stories about the hardships and the challenges that farmers endure. So in closing, I will leave you with an excerpt we crafted from interviews with our dear friend Noreen, depicting how she experiences summer on the farm as both a produce and a grain farmer. Summer on the farm is simultaneously intense and peaceful, exhausting, and restorative. Day after day, weeding, hauling, and harvesting the earth's jewels brings on a fatigue that settles into one's bones and lingers until winter's arrival. Harvest doesn't stop until the dew falls at night or the frost arrives in the fall. When the frost does finally hit and the last day of harvest passes, a feeling of deep relief and joy arises. It's done. Another harvest is behind them. And while the farm never fully sleeps, it is now time to rest. So thank you. That's a taste of our cookbook, and it was published by Pequot Press and will be at Majors and Quinn if anyone's interested.